65 years ago, Catherine, a black woman in America, casually poured herself a cup of coffee. Immediately, all the men in the office stared at her with strange looks. The next day, a new sign appeared next to the coffee machine, for colored only. But for Catherine, using the restroom was an even bigger challenge. All the bathrooms in the building were labeled whites only. No matter how desperate she was, she had to run to the colored only restroom a mile away. Each trip took at least 40 minutes, and she would return gasping for breath. Her work fell behind, and she had to make up for it by working overtime. The data she calculated during overtime was thrown straight into the trash by the director without even a glance. The next day, the data she received was completely blacked out. A colleague sneered, "Don't take it seriously. We're just going through the motions." No matter how hard she worked, she never received any recognition. After spending 3 hours calculating the results, she finally had a chance to use the restroom. When she returned to the office, everyone was gathered around the blackboard discussing something, and the director noticed her. He called her into his office. Catherine thought she might finally get praised, but instead, the director said something that broke her heart. He coldly remarked, "The key data is all blacked out. There's no way you could have calculated the results. The only explanation is that you're a Soviet spy." She quickly explained, "If you hold the document up to the light, you can see through the blacked out parts." Skeptical, the director held the document up to the light, and sure enough, the blacked out parts became clear. The director fell silent for a moment, then asked, "What's your name?" Finally, the director noticed her, and Catherine felt a surge of joy, thinking she had finally made it. But she soon realized things weren't that simple. One day, in a rush to use the restroom, she ran into the rain with her files and got completely soaked. She wanted to wash her hands, but found the soap dispenser empty. She tried to dry herself off, but there wasn't even a single paper towel in the restroom. She hurried back to the office, but was still late. The director exploded in anger. "Where have you been? Why can't I ever find you when I need you?" Catherine couldn't hold it in any longer.
There is no bathroom. There are no colored bathrooms in this building, or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away. I have to walk to Timbuktu just to relieve myself, and I can't use one of the handy bikes.